Hey everyone, today we're diving into how to capture a man's heart and what's the magic formula. It's all about those stunning curls. Of course, pretty face, perfect figure, always elegant. Every girl is putting in effort. Just like those extraordinary women, they can get ready in a flash before their husbands wake up, makeup and all. Pretend to just wake up. Husband sees a beautiful wife, mood instantly lifts. But if the husband isn't in a good mood, he might throw a tantrum or even cheat. And then everyone starts pointing fingers at the wife, blaming her for not doing enough to keep him around. In an era promoting female independence, many women still seek refuge with men, like decorative pieces. Even if they stand tall and keep a positive attitude, they can't help but imagine a life without a man. To break free, face reality, let go of illusions before regret. Now let's take a closer look at how our dear Annie managed to take this courageous step. First off, she started earning her own money. Let's talk about Ningju, the one who bailed her out. Ningju is just an ordinary labourer, so different from the elite nobles. He didn't ask Annie why she got arrested, nor was he looking to profit off her. He just wished her nothing but smooth sailing ahead. Then, after facing the hardships of labour, Annie finally stopped resisting work. Upon embarking on her journey to the third destination, St. Louis, Annie found support from her own sister, and she made a firm decision: I will find a job and earn money. But this path to independence isn't easy. Annie's first job was as a waitress in a restaurant. It started off smoothly, but then she ran into some shady characters. Mad as a hornet, she stormed out. The boss was trying to shout that he would fire her while rumours began to swirl, but Annie wasn't about to quit. Ignoring tomorrow's meals, she sought new opportunities at the paint shop. At the paint shop, even though they barely looked at her resume and were ready to send her home, she cleverly spotted an opportunity. When customers disliked the colour suggested by the staff, she seized the moment immediately. She mentioned that the colour was named by the boss himself, and customers found it so special, leading to rave reviews. The business boomed. When the boss came back 3 weeks later, the first thing he did was criticize hiring a woman. But when he heard that sales had increased by 20%, he dropped the bias immediately. For Annie, this was the first time her abilities were recognized. Suddenly, everything felt different. After that, the boss treated Annie as an equal. She started accompanying him to various events, including listening intently to his younger son's stories, completely ignoring everyone else, and cheering passionately for his older son on stage. To Annie, he was simply charming, and their relationship heated up quickly. Before long, they were discussing marriage. The boss looked at her with love and solemnly promised to always take care of her. But just then, family dinner took a surprising turn, and Annie received a check. Turns out the boss has a mental illness, and he's been married to 7. Anna's feelings became complicated, and the boss' wife came over to apologize on his behalf. Looking at her, Annie recalled her failed marriage. Dan, her ex, was a famous musician. He sang My One and Only, reminiscing about their 4 years of love. On stage, his talent was dazzling. In the depths of her heart, it is certain that they still loved each other deeply during those years, unchanged. Sometimes I'd walk into her room, sit on her bed, and play Honeyflower for her. She'd ask, do you feel like this too? And when he stopped, she couldn't help but cry again. So he kept playing, filling her heart with love. Once they were deeply in love, and she had cherished her father deeply. But the moment she saw Annie, she understood just how unpredictable and fleeting hearts can be. Annie ran away. Initially, she wanted to embark on a new journey, but now she's doubting whether it's just new people, new lies, and betrayals. Would her future self end up like that wife, accepting betrayal and cowardice? Why do you like him? Because he's my husband. But is that the only reason? Maybe the most pointless thing is clinging to fantasies and seeking comfort from the outside. At first, Annie had her own answer for starting a new chapter. She wanted to find a wealthy gentleman. And in her words, this was the baseline maintaining standards. Wealth certainly secures a better life for the kids, and gentlemen should be polite and respect women. But if those standards are only set to judge others, disappointment is inevitable. Consider the paint shop boss who concealed the truth from her. Recall how flippantly he spoke to her during the picnic. Can you truly perceive his carefree and reckless demeanor? Only after his wife caught him cheating did she act cold-hearted, totally oblivious, entrusting the weight of life to someone else.